Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will be discussing the situation under the title Georgia's Restaurant Businesses. Our group members consist of Fatin Nur Soleha, Adiba Izzah, Nur Fatima Az-Zahra, and Nur Farahin. We will start with the situation. First one, Georgia was born into a traditional family where women were not allowed to work and had to stay at home until they get married. However, Georgia rejected the custom and got a degree in computer science, then successfully got a job. Soon after, she got married to Michael, who is her classmate in the college, and both of them work in the same field, which is computer software professional in a large firm. Second, in 1995, Stephen suggested to Georgia and Michael to take over a restaurant in the metropolitan city because he thought the place was strategic and has potential. Georgia and Michael both agreed to their brother's suggestion since they were also unsure of their future careers as IT professionals there. Third, a restaurant. Finally, a restaurant named Food Station was opened. In the early stage, Georgia and Michael worked hard to establish their restaurant. At that time, the neighborhood was not developed yet. To get a regular customer, they decided to sell food at a reasonable price in a large portion. They also apply their skills from all jobs to their new business.
Next, I will continue about the situation. Finally, the neighborhood around the food station was developing. The restaurant remains popular among old and new customers, including celebrities. The conflict started when the Stephen proposed a new business idea to Georgia and Michael in the middle of 2007, which is to build a partnership with four other people, including himself, and take over a troubled restaurant, and Georgia agreed with it. The restaurant is indeed in a strategic location, but it is also really in a bad condition.
The next situation is the Upside Down is opened after being closed for 8 months for renovation. However, problems caused by employees and related to employees remain unsolved. The biggest problem is that Georgia and Michael have to be responsible for making all the decisions for the restaurant and managing almost all the restaurant affairs, even though there are four other co-owners of the restaurant, which are his own brothers Stephen, Bernard, Malcolm, and Johnny. Each each partner is busy managing other things or prioritizing their business. There are also those who do not want to bear the responsibility even though Georgia has tolerated it well. Georgia thinks she deserves the power to control the restaurant because now she and Michael do everything. The other party only know how to give the conflicting idea and for different things, but do not want to carry out the responsibility and do not want to invest in the development of the restaurant.
In the part problem statement in the Georgia restaurant, I have found five problem, which is number one is Georgia was pushed into the role of a chief decision maker and the emergency of upside down after opening the restaurant was faced with a series of operational issue. Number two, Georgia felt that although she had been pushed into a position of taking the lead on occasion, is was not one of leadership. Number three, the partner do not provide a good cooperation in resolving a restaurant issue and do not want to use money together for investment. Number four, the biggest and most worrisome concern for Georgia and Michael was the increasing reluctance of the other partner to inject any more capital into the business. For example, even as the other partner agree with that the business had a potential, They seem more reluctant to put in time and money. Number five, the staff we are unmotivated, making a problem and did not want to work according to the time set by the employer. And next, I want to pacing with my friend.
Next, I will present about possible alternatives. There are three possible alternatives here. First, negotiate with the business partner. Second, contact the lawyer. Third, train the staff and hire new skilled and competent staff. Firstly, negotiate with the business partners. This alternative can make them understand about about their responsibility. So when we negotiate with our partners, we can deal and divide every work. So when the work are divided, we can create our understanding between our partner. So uh, this way can avoid from work alone or do not or do other people's work. Second, contact the lawyers. Every business partner needs to have a cooperation agreement uh, to make our business well. If one of our parties violate or do not follow the agreement, we can use the help of a lawyer if the negotiation fails. The lawyer will help them to know their responsibility for it. So the lawyer also make them know how much we can get depend on how much we work for it. So contact the lawyer is a tactic to defend our rights as a co-owners of the restaurant. They train the staff and hire new skilled and competent staff. We can also provide free lessons to existing staff to increase skill in the restaurant field. So the purpose of this way is to identify the strength of each employee so that we can create a good organization for the restaurant. So we can import a skilled and competent staff to be a tutor for other staff. So so they can learn and increase their skill and working at the same time.
I will continue with the pros and cons from each possible alternative. Firstly, the pros and cons for the point negotiate with the business partners. Um, the pros when we have a discussion with our business partners, the problems that occur in business will be solved. Partners will realize their own faults. All work is distributed equally or according to their respective skills. For the cons, relationship between partners become awkward since they honest with each other. There will be a fight if someone can accept the other person's suggestion. There will be there will be dissatisfaction because they were reprimanded and they need to start to do many work. Second, the pros and cons for other alternative, which is contact the lawyer. For the pros, there will be no partners who are heavy-handed in helping his other partners. There is evidence if mistreatment happened between employers and employees, since there is official agreement for business matters. Last, problems can be solved in a professional way because they hire a lawyer to be a representative in voicing their grievances. Next, for the cons, the restaurant will have additional expenses to pay a lawyer. The lawyer are biased, which means they side to one side. Last, employers are not good at solving problems themselves. When they hire a lawyer, they will lose their communication as one organization. Lastly, the pros and cons for the point train the staff. The pros: employees can do their jobs well in their respective departments. Employees are friendly and welcoming to customers. When this happens, more customers will come and the employees will build a good working atmosphere. Quality of foods and services become better. For the cons, business will spend more money to provide classes for the staff. Workers will compete with each other to impress their employer with the hope of being promoted. Lastly, workers will move to workplaces that offer higher wages. Since they already built their skills in this restaurant, other business will offer a better contract to them to hire them.
Lastly, the preferred alternative. Based on our case, we choose two preferred alternatives. The first one is train the staff and the second one is negotiate with business partner. The first preferred alternative are train the staff. This is important because well-trained employees are essential to any business. Other than that, the employee can perform their job more effectively with the help of the training. As a result, there will be fewer mistakes and accidents at our business. The plan of action that we can take is host regular training sessions. This is because regular training can support maintaining knowledge and skill. Additionally, holding regular training sessions is a great way to inform staff members of any change and teach more advanced skills. The second preferred alternative are negotiate with business partner. This is because negotiation is the best way to promote the understanding between the parties and to encourage cooperation. It is an important tool for developing and preserving strong bond between the partner. Other than that, it helps to build trust between parties, which is essential for a successful business relationship. Negotiation is a process of giving and taking. This requires us to be fair, honest, and trustworthy. Lastly, it helps to avoid legal issues that may result from a breach of contract or if one party feels that he or she has not received what was promised. The plan of action that we can take is goal setting. It is important to ensure that the partner you are going into partnership with share similar goal. The business partnership need to consider your own interest, your partner interest, the overall interest of the business entity. We need to make sure that decision is balanced and meet the need of all. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.